Alright, it's balmy enough out today to shoot. It's almost 40 degrees and a lot of sun. I'm not in my normal shooting area. I don't have a lot of time today, but I figured I'd pull this LCP out. I got 7 full paces. I'm going to see how this thing shoots. All right. There's a round counting there. All right, I'm just gonna do 6 rounds. Oh, got a little bit of a jam up on the feed ramp already. Alright, the groups look pretty similar. I'm noticing a little bit of a trend. I don't know if it's just me or what, but this is my very first shot right here. And then right here, and then I have one flyer. Same thing up here, my first shot was here, and then they just kind of start to come down. I don't exactly know why that is. Let me put a few more rounds on here. I'll do the right and left shoulder, see how that does. I do notice that you have to be pretty aggressive with racking it back. I think that's part of the reason why it jammed up a little bit. Not a bad group. It was a little bit low for me though. Usable accuracy. A little bit of different point of aim on these different groups here, because I'm just kind of going from this general area. Once I make my first shot, I aim for that. So that's why I get there. That's why I get there. So it's usable accuracy. It is windy out here, but yeah, I didn't miss the target from 7 yards. That's pretty good. Let me do a little plinking. Let's see, it does this little sapling here. These 95, I think they're 95 grain full metal jackets. So yeah, got the rack to slide, and then I did it again where I did it weak. I don't want to chamber that way. Doesn't even chamber after that. So you have to be really aggressive with this. Down. Couple more rounds real quick. Seems to be a good little pistol. I don't have a whole lot more time, so gotta pack up and go. But hey, I confirmed it functioned. Not with my self-defense ammo, but I didn't have any jams once it was in battery. So pretty happy with that. Feels about the same as shooting my little 342, so I'm used to it. I'm used to shooting this, something like this. Fairly accurate too, so seems to be something that I think I'll like. And did some more reading on these. You know, these are not double action pistols. They are single action, but they have kind of a double action type mechanism on the trigger, so it has to actuate, you know, some weird way before you actually get the trigger pull. But, you know, single action. So there it is, shooting the little LCP for the first time. So as always, thanks for watching. Alright, I watched a few videos of how to strip these things down real quick, and I gained a little bit of usable information, but some of the videos were not correct 100%. And some of the methods they used were a little questionable. You know, basically this pin has to come out to disassemble it, and people were, you know, putting screwdrivers and stuff in there, and saying, well, you gotta be careful not to scratch it. Well, I just took a zip tie and made a loop. And I guess you gotta push the slide back just a little bit to be able to pull it out. But I am able to get that loop underneath there and just kind of tug. There it goes. That comes apart. Now, I've already cleaned this thing up. It's basically like any other pistol. You gotta be careful right here though. There are two springs. And then your barrel comes out like any other barrel. And then there's a little ledge right there, and this flat part here leans against that ledge. And for reassembly, I have noticed, you see this, it's cocked. I think it's got to be cocked to work. First thing I noticed is when you try to slide it back on here, a lot of times it gets hung up. It'll get hung up like right there on that spring. It'll just kind of stop right there. So you just kind of push the spring down and push it forward. See, it's doing it now. So you got to do that. And I noticed that when it's not cocked, it doesn't go back. So you have to come get this little tiny hammer here and cock it. Then you can slide it on here. That time it went fine. See? And then right here to put the pin back on, there's just like a little bit of a tension spring that comes up here. So you got to kind of dig it down. And that's pretty much it. Dig it down and push it through. So, what do I think about this pistol? Well, from today, I think it's a pretty good little pistol. I wasn't really concerned about anything that happened. I did notice I had a few times where I went to rack one in and it would not feed. And I could probably get it to do it now too. I'll put a live round in here. I just kind of pull it back slightly and just do that. It does that every time. And then when you pull the mag out, I mean, tap rack bang, I don't even think would work for that because it's really on that feed ramp. So I'm able to pull a mag out and it just drops the round out. So to chamber a round, you have to be extremely aggressive with it. You got to be aggressive with it when seating the magazine, because sometimes it sticks out like that. So aggressive, and get on the top here, aggressive. That's how this gun works. So other than that, those quirks, it seemed to shoot okay. It was pretty good accuracy, I would say, actually, for a gun this size. 7 yards, my groups were not great, but they were, you know, great windage. It just had some that would drop, and I don't really know why they were dropping after the first few shots, but it seemed like they would go lower and lower and lower. I don't know if that's something I'm doing wrong or what. Recoil-wise, it's about the same as my 342 PD with 38 specials or 38 special plus P. About the same. The only difference is because this is a little bit thinner, you get that concentration a little bit more in the web of your hand than you do with the revolver with the nice round rubber grip. Concealability, as good as the 342 PD, a little bit better. Just a little bit thinner. But it does print a little bit more, as you know, this will print through the pocket a little bit more than the revolver grip does, even though the revolver grip comes out a little bit more. Weight wise, I think it weighs about the same. I feel them, you know, I don't have a scale for that stuff. They feel about the same. The only difference is the loaded magazine, the weight is more concentrated on the grip. That's where the 342 PD, it's all over. It weighs the same all over, it feels like. It's, you know, and this is just concentrated all that weight right here, which makes it a little bit awkward, but still, it's still a light gun. So, see, I did it again. Gotta be more aggressive. I gotta remember that. My hand on the top, just slam it. There we go. Chambered. Overall, I think it's a good pistol, especially for the money. I mean, I've seen these used for 150 bucks. And you can't beat that. It's a good little pistol. So, as always, thanks for watching.